right over here. Okay. And there we are. Okay. Move that over. See that? Good morning. You have to excuse me. I've been awake for exactly probably 10 minutes. I was awake earlier. Since receiving my new headphones, when I woke up at 3 a.m. with incredible chronic pain, headphones went on. My binaural beat for pain relief went on, and well, boy, do I ever look messy. And I'm going to sleep for the next 2 hours. I woke up, felt pretty darn good. So it's the 4th of December. It is. Got a round piece of paper. Here we are. Okay. It is International Cheetah Day. It's a good day to learn about cheetahs. I think they are the world's fastest animal, why they're endangered, and what we can do to help the situation. It's also National Sock Day. Well, I guess we honor our socks and all socks lost in the laundry along the way. Socks are another great present for the holidays, or what you celebrate. They're small, fitness. Another stocking could be a stocking. And they don't have to be expensive. I found that Dollar Tree has got a pretty good assortment of novelty socks if you take a hunt. And they're really good to put in a stocking or a saran wrap ball or something like that. So we're going to honor our socks today, and we're going to think about cheetahs and think what we can do. So I'm going to be promoting Finland International Day, which happens in a few days' time. Proofreading National Horse Day and Malta Republic Day, which happen later in the month. Back to Google and getting those pages spidered. I'll be starting about 1 p.m. with Tartan Day. You can put about a dozen or so in every day. So we'll carry on till we've got over 600 pages indexed. So far, we've only got 40-something. I can't believe that we used to have all of them, all 600, doing fine. And then, boom, all of a sudden, too much traffic. For I don't know what reason, because it didn't seem to come back. Website needs a bigger server. Invest in a bigger server. Do all this stuff I don't know how to do. And being autistic, you know how it is. Maybe you don't know how it is. If you're not neurotypical, but even if you are, sometimes you have a hard time following directions. That would be me. So somewhere along the way, the backup of my website didn't end up on the new server. Therefore, these security certificates are invalid, and Google kicked me all out. Got that straightened out, and now back to square one with Google. Because I think it all depends on Google, really. You know, who's going to find you on the internet? If they don't Google you, it's become a thing now. You know, Google your information. Anyways, that's my day. Another slow day. I am sitting, which I should not be doing. I found the pain that I had, the chronic pain in the middle of the night, was a lot to do with the sitting, because, you know, stiff neck. I'll put a link below here in the description of the binaural beat that I use for pain. It just, you know, it may sound a little weird at first. Just open your mind to it and let it do its job. It's like getting a brain massage. Yeah, even if you're not in pain, it's kind of nice to feel better. But I'm telling you, I went to sleep about 3. I fell asleep. I couldn't get comfortable. I got this little foam pillow. I have to hide it. Another pillowcase. My dog Miles will steal it. He's got a fascination with it. Mighty his fan. That's this here. Under my neck. Every way. Oh, please. And crying and tears. Put on the opium. 5 minutes later, I'm fast asleep. An hour and a half later, I actually it was a bit longer. I went to go to a fold, which was also probably a good for the body. I woke up 10 to 5. Not only was the pain gone, but oh my gosh, I felt so good. I felt like I had been given morphine or something. Let's hide the pillow because he knows it's in here. I figure it'll take his teeth another layer to get through the pillowcase. So, I tried to do yesterday. I tried to be a good girl when it came to not doing too much. And I did spend the time laying down. But of course, it got to the point where I'm laying there and obsessing about, on Monday, I really wanted to do a deep clean on the bathroom. So maybe if I do it a little bit at a time, which I did, and I got it done. But yeah, I was feeling mighty stiff and sore this morning. But I was pretty good yesterday. I'm working on a resource, at least a playlist here on YouTube, and it will be probably available today, even right now. I'm working on the playlist of 20th century Christmas television because it is. Good morning, Isla. Nice to see you this morning. I hope your day's going good. I just explained my day, it being, hooray, we're celebrating the cheetahs today. It is International Cheetah Day, where we learn about cheetahs and why they're endangered, and it is also National Sock Day. So, 2 reasons to celebrate. Another reason, got my headphones, which led to me listening to a fantastic binaural beat to deal with my pain in the middle of the night and oversleeping and missing a morning coffee. But I feel so much better for it. Mind you, I still have to take it easy and lay back, and I should not be sitting back. Hey, you can't drink coffee sitting down. I was just mentioning I'm making a playlist here on YouTube of vintage Christmas. It's going to be 50th century Christmas television shows and movies. So that was my excuse for being able to still do something, do some work, but stay bedbound. So yeah, it was nice living through these old memories. I do have some. Somewhere here I had some deep. Oh, here they are. We used to watch these Christmas holiday TV Christmas shows every year. We had a whole stack of them. I don't know how many sets. Anyways, I'm going through YouTube and I'm finding them all. So I'm putting together a nice playlist to listen on. There's a day, 23rd or so, where you watch all Christmas movies and Christmas shows on the tube. I guess, well, whoever gets Christmas ready gets Christmas ready and say under their hair. So I'm going to put a list together of some of my favorite shows and some new ones. So I spent the day yesterday basically watching through and making sure they're okay for rebroadcast. That's the spirit of Christmas for me. It's interesting to see how through the 50s our ideas changed. Oh boy, some of the shows. Let's see. Can I say the Dean Martin Christmas show? Wow, that one had so many stars from the day available or into it. But boy, I think he changed to have Dean Martin sitting on a piano. I don't think he had a drink in hand, but he could have had a drink in hand, a cigarette. On national television during a Christmas special. That was something. But it was interesting to see all the old talent. My father, like I said, my parents were quite a bit older than I was, so I think my father was maybe in his 50s when I was born. And he was a singer. He had records out. He had like a 78s out. He's a crooner, sing, if not as good as, better than Bing Crosby. And I kid you not. So I grew up. That's why I grew up with a lot of like the Mills Brothers and a lot of music of the time because that's what surrounded me. That's what I had. Once I realized at a very young age that music was my answer to happiness, it just carried on. Music's carried me through life. So, anyways, back to that story. We would go down to California every year. My Uncle Fred had a condominium in Long Beach, and we'd go there. And through Uncle Fred, who knew everybody, my dad met Bobby Darin. So we would go visit Bobby Darin every year. We'd go to to his home, and he'd have barbecues and meet other people. And of course, I was too young to understand who those people are. But some of the people I met when I was young, we had George Burns, Sammy Davis Jr., what's his name? Newman. Whatever is Newman, the guy that used to play in Las Vegas all the time. Sammy Davis Jr. Oh my gosh. I can't think of this time. I'm going to be awake for about 15, 20 minutes. But a whole slew of these stars of the time. I mean, Dean Martin. Like that's where the whole conversation started with. At the time, these were pretty big personalities. And, here's little me, my barbecue thinking, oh, just another guy. Then just a bunch of singers like my dad. But that was interesting. It was definitely a different world. Oh, Liberace. Liberace's mother became my brother Gary. Gary was the brother that had the brain injury when he was 17. Liberace's mother became my brother Gary's best friend. Because my father would often go to Las Vegas and, of course, bring Gary in tow. And every time, him and Liberace's mother would meet for a show. Don't know how the friendship started, but I'm sure it started through all this connection through Bobby Darin. Yeah, I can remember Bobby Darin had a summer television show when I was 16. I was allowed to go into the studio shows. And I don't know if it was 1 year or 2 years. Maybe I was 15. And it was a summer show that he took, maybe even from Dean Martin. I don't know. The Bobby Darin Experience or something. And I can remember going, and I think we were first or second row all the time. And this is boring. This is not what a teenager wants. Who are these people? But if I could only think that. And I was a little bit impressed because I remember he did take me for a tour through the studios here, and it was Johnny went into Johnny Carson's studio. Of course, he wasn't there; it was in the daytime. But through all the different parts of the Burbanks, maybe NBC studios, and I got some cue cards. Call them, put on my wall as souvenirs. But yeah, I remember being a 16-year-old terribly unimpressed that I'm going to this. Unfortunately, the following December, Bobby passed away, so that was sort of the end. And I was on the road, and I was a free spirit. No longer with my family, anyways, by that point. But yeah, it was the golden voices of the time. But yeah, watching the Christmas shows, the Bobby, the Dean Martin was a little bit non-political. Is that what they call it? Anyways, a lot of the things probably would not be accepted or said today. Mind you, a lot more could be accepted today by comedians if you think about it. Yeah, I do too. I like the olds. The problem with those are putting them on YouTube is I found anything for children. Apparently, you can't put in YouTube lists of that for some reason. But yeah, I like that too. I'm pretty sure we have some Burl Ives music about. Yeah, that's what I grew up on. Which of course led me to all music of the 20th century. That's my thing. I think because of my dyspraxia, maybe. Like I joke, the only thing I can. Oh, a little bit of heartburn there. The only thing that I can play is the radio. To me, I think if I try to read music and that, the cymbals will start jumping all over the room. So, unfortunately, I can't make music outside of my head, but I can share music. That's why probably during a period of my life, I have been a DJ. It's just I like to share the music. It just I can't write it or create it. Thank goodness my children have not picked up that gene. Somehow they picked up the gene that they're pretty good music creators, music makers. Not only is my eldest son a pretty good singer, he's been performing in musicals for the last little while in his city, which is good to see that he's carried on that interest. Yeah, all my children, well, third. My second youngest has been in a number of bands, Vancouver bands. He's in Victoria band right now. And the youngest has taken up with synthesizers and electronic music that way. My husband, when I met him, was in a band. So he played keyboard and synthesizer. So when the boys were young, he would actually, beside their playpen, put the keyboards and that to let them fool around with it. And I'm hoping they picked that up. They definitely didn't pick that up from me. But he's quite the electronic musician, my youngest son. So they've taken, I guess they've gotten some from my dad too. But yeah, he had records out. I mean, he hang out in Vancouver at the Cave, and anybody was anybody that was coming into town, he was part of the scene. So I guess I can thank that for the music influence. It's the one thing that was left laying around for me to play with as a child, I guess. Yes. Yeah, so I had a good night's sleep for the last 3 hours. Having the headphones and listening to my binaural beats certainly made the difference. God, it's the first I feel good. I don't feel too bad. Of course, I go for my flu shot in 2 days, so we'll see how I feel after that. And then I'm probably going to go on hibernation until, of course, I guess the COVID shot, which is coming up, which I have to have because it controls my Crohn's disease. So those are my long-term plans for the rest of the year. And the rest of the time, just hibernate and take it day by day. I'm sort of giving up making plans. Or making any plans beyond the very basics that I can do, because it seems like things change quite quickly when you do that. And other than I'm not going to really consider doing any new work at GoCybernaut.com. And I shouldn't say that. I want to do the March equinox. I'm going through the year again, and I seem to made up to March. But unfortunately, it is so uncomfortable to lay down and try to work, even try to type. So I'm finding, let's go the YouTube route. Let's find what video can be shared where and enjoyed. And since I've already got the New Year one, I did have one for the I think it's the 23rd of December to watch your favorite Christmas movies, but it basically was about Christmas movies. I did put only actually the entire movie of Scrooge, the one that you enjoy, into that article. But as far as the TV shows, that's a different. I did have a resource, and I think I lost them during the big crash where my server was overloaded, so I was just dumping things here and there before I decided, well, this isn't going to work. Let's get a bigger resource. We'll rebuild this article when it gets closer to Christmas. Yeah, well, that's now. So, well, I don't know. You might just, at least we'll have a YouTube playlist of Vintage Christmas I can link to on that article. But we'll see if we can get any actual content done as much as I want to. That's the hardest part, is keeping myself under control and not overdoing things. I'm not cleaning any bathrooms again today. That's done. I was going to do sort of half deep clean in the kitchen, just a little bit. We'll see. But I must take. I want to get better. I want to improve. Got to work on that health and got to get strong. That means don't giving into these whims. Boy, did I, think you can do so much. But when I basically been pretty well in lockdown since lockdown of January 2020 because of my immune problems. But when I broke my back the second time, May of 2021, yeah, it's been pretty well. My everything's been limited, but I have to realize, and then of course, Canadian Thanksgiving, beginning of October this year, I became quite ill with an infection, which I've been fighting, so it's going to take a while to get that body back. I just, I am 67. Oh, 67 years old. I'm 67 years old, so you don't pop back after illness or injury just like that. I'm not even, in my mind, I'm like maybe, 17. 17 is a good number. That seems to be my number. But no, in my body, unfortunately, I'm not 17. I'm 67. So I got to pay attention and rest, which makes it, like, honestly, my world is in this little room here is my world. Everything happens here. It's amazing though how much you can bring into your world though with technology. Really? Got my favorite bloggers, Tanya FM. We'll watch her after this. I haven't caught up. Elizabeth Veronica put a good update about the snow in Erie, Pennsylvania. Holy moly. She put a good vlog up. Watched hers. Live last night, of course. I think for lights. Lights of the show. Lights of the, you mean the Christmas lights of the season? I do have some walking tours of that up. I'm going to link that down below. I do. I just like to be able to explore the different cities and their Christmas cultures and that, and the lights. Of course, like what's his name? Action Kid in New York usually does a really good walk there in Brooklyn. Was it Riker Heights or some Heights? My goodness, I've never seen Christmas. Well, I shouldn't say that. They got some pretty good Christmas lights there. But I tell you, when I lived in Hilo, Hawaii, boy, do they know how to do Christmas. I've never seen Christmas so embraced. But it's very, I found that with most things in Hilo, most cultural holidays, no matter what they are, they're all embraced. But Christmas is something else there. And I mean, I got a Christmas tree, a fir tree, the things we have all over our surrounding us here in Hawaii. That's a delicacy, let's say. I can only imagine how much a tree must cost there now. I couldn't believe it. They come from the Pacific Northwest. I mean, they don't see Christmas trees. They do get those, I can't remember the Australian ones. I can't remember what they're called. Too early in the morning for me. In the macadamia fields. But Christmas trees, no. Norfolk pine in the macadamia nuts, in the rose. I had something to do with the pollination and the wind. I'm not the expert in the Big Island of Hawaii. My husband is. He would probably be able to tell you exactly why the macadamia trees are there and the Norfolk pines. But Christmas trees, they're a great joy there. And they also get the poinsettias. But the poinsettias, they're growing to almost like trees or bushes. And I don't know what the name of this plant is. It's a little shrub and beautiful little white flowers, almost like azaleas. They call it the snows of Mauna Kea. And you'll see these beautiful red poinsettia bushes surrounded by these white, the snows of Mauna Kea shrubs, the red and white. Just that is so Christmassy. But yeah, I love Christmas in the Big Island. It was nice to spend Hawaii in the tropics. A little different, a little warmer. But the aloha spirit with in the holiday spirit is something worth experiencing, because there's so many experiences in that word. And if I haven't brought it up for the one person's in here that I'm not sure of, I am a senior autistic woman that is trying to find a way through life and like to get up early in the morning and have coffee with someone. So welcome. My friend here, B Team Paranormal, is we live in Vancouver Island. She also lives in Vancouver Island, and so kind to join me in the morning. And I know where I was getting at with these vloggers. I was talking about the vloggers. I used to watch this Wilkes woman with her and her daughter. They live in Dorset, in England, and I'm watching her again because she's doing vlogmas after being away for probably a few years. She had some horrible times with trolls and things on YouTube. So I'm watching her again, but one thing she's quite interested in too is the supernatural. Then she actually has that there's a TV show in Britain. I can't remember what it's called. It's too early. But they did. She actually went on that, and she has sort of explored different places. And I was thinking, well, I think she'd love to come in here and have a chat with you, or us chat together. I might invite her by. It's in the afternoon in England, and I mean, you can only hope. I mean, hey, it's you and I. And another person maybe. Let's welcome anybody. So I think I'm going to offer her to come on by after her in the comments of her next vlog. So I think she would enjoy it. Oh, okay. Let's see. Do I remember the Christmas concerts? Yes, at school as a child. Several schools in Ontario cancel the Christmas. Oh, because they want to call it. I know that. I knew they probably could. That was the other thing that I was going to say about the big eye. It is probably the perfect example of a melting pot of cultures that come together and respect each other's cultures. And you think they could have at least. There's so many holidays. There's so many things there's so many holidays and observances in December around now that are cultural, be important to different groups of people. Why not? Let's make a concert for everybody. Let's just all celebrate. The feeling that it's winter. It's the middle of winter. This is why these celebrations take place, to help us to celebrate what we created in the last year. And please welcome back another great year and the sunshine and the warmth. And it's a time of appreciation and love. But I do understand. It just, see, this is why I say I don't really like to talk about religion, but I will spirituality, because I believe in a lot of things. I was never brought up in it, in any certain religion. I remember when I was like 9 or 10, I would go to church with my friend Susan, because she's my best friend Susie, but I felt terribly that I didn't fit in, and I did even feel a little bit judged, but I don't know how much that was not knowing anything about the whole Christianity story, or having been neurodivergent, and that was the time of the day there. But hey, let's just celebrate being together. That's why we should all go to Hawaii for Christmas. And I believe me, if we could, we probably would. We'd be a lot more comfortable without this cold, wet weather. But it's a shame. I try to celebrate everything. That's why I created my website, gocybernaut.com. Here we're going to spell it again for a plug, so anybody doesn't know. GOCYBERNAUT.com. Now, I created during COVID. I had colored as many coloring books as I could. I had tie-dyed everything that I owned. It came to the point, my granddaughter said to me, "Grandma, you used to be one of the original creators on the internet. What happened?" And I said, "Well, I told her, well, this happened, life happened." And she said, "Well, you're not doing anything now." And I said, "Right." And I went home and I started creating pages. And here we are, a few years later, I got 600 and something pages. And it was a good idea. I enjoyed doing it, even if nobody can find it. And I shouldn't say that. I had over 30 people from 30 countries come yesterday. But I tried to create it. I was, when you're a chronic pain person, and especially, and when you are neurodivergent and you tend to go over things and over things and over things in circles, having diversion is a good thing. So I wanted to create something we celebrate. So everybody celebrates every day. Everybody's got a reason to celebrate. It doesn't matter where you live, or people hate your country, or hate your leader, or hate this, or hate that, or whatever. You're born in this country. You're born in this country. Let's see what day is coming up. Malta Republic Day. You're born in Malta. You've got every reason to celebrate that that's where you're from, because that's where you were born. And nobody can take that away from you. And I guess maybe the same things with Christmas. I mean, you have the right to enjoy it. But like anything, of course, you don't have the right to push all your ideals into somebody, or your anti-ideals or whatever. Those are your things. But hey, don't stop the celebration if people are happy. I used to love this. I have my youngest son's, because I had a camera then. I have his kindergarten. I actually have his kindergarten Christmas concert on tape. That'd be a hoot to put up online, wouldn't it? I put my eldest son when he was 16. He went to the plays. Lumberjacks and Bridesmaid, the old Lumberjacks and Bridesmaids story. I put it up, and then I posted it on their high school Facebook page, and people were just, oh my God, there's my mother. Yeah, love is the key. But yeah, we should all celebrate every day. That's what, I figure if I'm learning about celebrations, it's got to lift me up. If I'm promoting celebrations, I'm sharing celebrations, it's going to lift somebody else up. It's not an easy world to get by in, man. We know the help we can get. And that's why not only have I created this website, for resources around the world, but I've also made it available so it can be translated into probably every language it can be translated in the world. And yeah, I'm interested in how many people are coming and all that stuff everybody else is, and what the bottom line. So far the bottom line is zero. I don't know. I don't make any money. I guess people figure it's a free resource. Somebody must be paying me. They're not. Oh no, I lost my train of thought again. But I enjoy creating the content. I enjoy sharing the content. I enjoy sharing the holidays and learning about them. I guess that's the bottom line of it all. Yeah, they are. This is a really funny thing. One of the things, when you're in bed and you can't do anything for very long, you've watched all you get tired of watching television. It seems to be all the same. And, I like watching people's home videos they put online, their Christmas videos, their families, and following their families growing up. I find them very entertaining. It's, it's peeking into someone else's world. But yeah, so I really like watching people's children in their concerts and that. Of course, there's some good viral videos of kids, but hey, man, kids don't know the difference. Hey, we're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a party. They love to learn. They love to be happy. I haven't learned to hate each other yet. Jeez. But can I say that? Jeesh. I know I pushed past the limit the other day. I don't know. I have to watch my language here, which is why I've thought of maybe live streaming as I play my GeoGuessr game in the morning. That's something else I do every day. But yeah, I'm known to really drop the F-bomb and a few other things. I wouldn't want to even see myself play, I don't think. I'm pretty intense. And I don't like to compete with people, but it's all part of the tournament. You have to compete with people. But I found that GeoGuessr players, they really are the politest. I don't know. I think a lot must be neurodivergent in that, because they're the politest components. You're happy if you have a game and you've lost. If you know that other person has really learned a lot, or you've learned a lot. It's not about the whole winning. I mean, at the end of the week, yeah, you want to stay in the same league and all that, and it becomes important. But yeah, it's hard to be competitive against everybody who wants to help you out. It's like They're the person, geoguessers will be the first to share their little secrets about whether it be lampposts or signposts or boards, license plate shapes. Everybody wants to share. It's a good community. But I don't know if I do a live stream of me playing. I have to find another word. I have to change all my f bombs and things into like silly words or something. That way I'm gonna start doing that. Then maybe I can do some of that Twitch and stuff. Play along with me. I enjoy playing, but being sick, I did miss some time, and I missed many hours of practice. So yesterday was kind of a gong show of my head-to-head games. I think I played 2 and lost them both quite badly. I thought, well, I'm going to leave it at that. I've got 18 more games for the week because I didn't buy Monday. And again, I'm probably going to end up on Sunday with at least 10 games. I don't get myself together. So I should play some more. Winning and losing, it doesn't matter. It's just getting the experience and learning. Oh, somebody new. Up here. 2000. Mary Myers Bear Company sent me this. It was the anniversary grandma bear. It was either made for his mother or grandmother. I can't remember. It's a special bear. I love it. You know, I used to get the guide, co-guide for toys and collectibles for kids at about.com. Oh my gosh, we would get so many samples to review in the mail. Not too many that I kept. I kept that. And I do have, I should get it because I'm trying to sell this one actually for $225, which is what it's going for on eBay. I have never sold a single thing I ever received. I've had this for, oh my God, I don't know, a number of years. I'm low on cash right now for Christmas, so if anybody's interested, I'm going to get them right now. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you'll probably appreciate this. If not, I'll show it to you anyways. Part of my collection. I do have a whole bunch of dolls in my storage area, but this is the only one still in the box. One second. Oops. Yeah. This is a collectible toner doll from sometime in the 2000s. I did have the entire set. Here we go. Here he is in his cape. He's got his wand. I can't remember his name. Is it Ron Weasley? Anyways, he is a beautiful doll. The stand is missing. He's completely dressed. But yeah, he's the only one I have really left in the box from the collection. Most of the toys, of course, I give majority away to charities, like women's shelters that are transitioning and taking care of having their children back, places like that. But a few I did keep, and that being one of them. I also have the Nicole Kidman Bewitched doll. I don't think it's in a box. I think the boxes all disappeared when I moved. We had to move a 7-bedroom house into a 1-bedroom apartment. So yeah, but I do have a bag in my storage area full of antique dolls, and my mother collected dolls. A lot of her dolls. I have to go through that and see what I'm going to keep back there. I've only got one large closet in this place. Oh, Eric's so I only have so much room. I know I've got a box in there of my grandmother's Royal Albert china with the roses. Her name is Rose. She had everything with roses on, and her collection of teacups that all got to be at least, I don't know, 60, 70 years old. But they're in a box. I just don't, nobody wants them. My family, I don't know what to do with them. Put them to sale and marketplace or something. The thing is, I don't have room for things to sit around, and I know they're never going to leave that closet. And I need to sort things. I need to sort out like the camping gear from the china. I think I'd probably say bags and bags and bags of bags because bags are being outlawed here in BC. And I don't know why. I thought that I had to save them. The original Bewitched. I bet you there's a Christmas episode I could add to my list of the vintage. Yeah, I used to watch Bewitched all the time. I think I used to identify with Tabitha more than I did any any child actor. I wonder if that all comes down to being different, well, of course I didn't know at that age that what autism was. I just knew that I was different, and it wasn't something we talked about in those days. Maybe I thought I was a witch. I don't know, but I remember feeling like that I did identify. Of course, I was still at that point of trying to figure out what a family was, because family wasn't really there that much. It would just sort of we led our own separate lives. My father, salesman, with a pretty big company. My mother, the housewife, and eventually got her own fashion boutique on Robson Street. And my brother with a brain injury that never sort of developed past the age of maybe 10 or 11 years old. And me just wondering, hey, what the heck is a family anyways? Because this is not like other people's families. So I watched television and tried to figure out what a family was. And I identified with Tabitha more than anybody. Yeah. I'll have to find one. I'm going to put that on my list. Vintage. I'm up to about, I did the 50s. I've got a few of the 50s, so probably into the 60s now. I want to do as much as I can of the 20th century of what's available online. I'm sure as we get nearer to the 2000s, it might be a little bit more difficult. But yeah, because that's what I do for Christmas is I lay back and enjoy all the Christmas past through television. The memories. And yeah, they're good for people my age in the 60s, people in their 50s and that too that grew up with them. But hey, the new generation would probably be fascinated to see what Christmas was like back in the day before cell phones and, we all sort of retreat to our own corner, the electronic device that we got of the day. Break our back on those little electronic board things people ride around. Yeah. I guess it was bicycles and roller skates in our day. So as long as you wear a helmet, doesn't matter what you ride. Oh, coffee's going down good today. Yeah, so today, I guess it's just another day of rest and rejuvenation. I'm really happy to get my headphones. They arrived yesterday. I can't talk more than them because they're noise canceling. Cancel me out. Mute me. So I'm like in the Charlie Brown movies, the teacher. But I was happy. Oh, so happy to be able to, when I was in pain, to be able to put those on and listen to a binaural beat. The one I listened to is called Opium. I'm going to list it down below. And it's actually, I could just feel it. It took about an hour, but I could feel it. I could feel it pulling the pain. And I did check the time of it. It was like 1 hour and 3 minutes in, where I said, this is the moment the pain disappeared. And when you're in chronic pain, probably when you have that, and you get to a point where the pain disappears, it's like, wow, that's a moment indeed. You're the moment you'd be hoping for. But yeah, so yeah, it took me about an hour, but I can remember feeling, okay, this is good. And it was shortly after I drifted off to sleep, almost to oversleep and miss this cup of coffee, which may have been my coffee fix at 6 and not live at 5. If that should happen, I'm not live at 5. It could be very well that I'm having a good night's sleep, which is a rare thing in the house. I can hear movement in the other room. It must be almost time for the dog to go for his morning walk. His favorite time of the day. Go out and terrorize all the raccoons and everybody the animals that are still wandering out. We do live adjacent to Bowen Park, so there's a good chance of a deer, and now and then when things get tough, there'll be a cougar roaming in the area. So even though we haven't heard if there is, there's always that worry first thing in the morning. Keep your eyes open. I remember one morning, my husband went out and came home, and I was on one of the local Facebook groups, and it turns out that morning there was basically a cougar walking past our intersection right by where he goes that morning. So yeah, you always be careful of what's around you, because we live in the wilds of Vancouver Island. And I say, I may be in basically what they call is the urban center of the city, but I'm adjacent to a park that leads all the way, a greenway that leads all the way up the mountain, and also houses a lot of wild animals. So it's something we learn to live with. The small animals, though, Miles is pretty good. The dog Miles. He will listen, but a squirrel's a squirrel. You see something move, you never know. He's still a puppy. He's still a year and 120, 30 pound, year and a half year old English lab. If he gets excited, it spins around. And it's a little bit hard to control. I don't think he'd run away. I mean, he's attached to the hip with my husband. It's like, that's his man. That's his person. But I wouldn't, I would be afraid that, he'd just take off after this thing and not realize where he was and get lost. Because that's me. I always think, what's the worst thing that could happen? The last time I took him out myself was a year ago, and we went out back, and I'm got his poop bag. I'm going to put it in the big garbage thing, and I didn't realize that he was afraid of that thing. I guess the top had slammed down one time when my husband had taken him out, and I went towards it, and he did the whole spin around, drove me into the ground. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know how I got back upstairs again, but yeah, he injured both my knees pretty badly. So I know at that point, he's quite a bit too strong for me to be taking out on my own. He's still a puppy. He's got to learn. And he still is a puppy. He's still learning. He's trying hard. But, that puppy brain will just get the most of him, especially his number one thing is daddy. And if he's not with his daddy, he'll do anything to get there. We've had dogs, but I've never seen one so attached. I mean, I've seen dogs attached, but they're still their own dog. So they do their own thing. With him, it's like one eye open all the time. I cannot bring him in a room. Let me see. I'm going to bring him in this room and close the door. I'm going to bring him in this room. Give me a minute. And close the door. There's daddy in here. I'm going to bring him in. Miles. Hey, what? Hi. What are you doing? Good morning. Do you want to come and say good morning? Oh, you got your blanket? Wow. That's a nice blanket. Oh, my goodness. Let's move the headphones. He's going to... Oh, here we go. I'm going to steal this pillow. Thank you. But no. This is my pillow. You can't have it. Hello. Good morning. You say good morning to everybody. Yeah. There. He says, I want to be a social media sensation. Oh, where are you going? You got your blanket? Want to show us your blanket? Miles, let's see your blanket. Come here. Oh, look at he got this blanket in his pretend bark box. It belongs to him. When he tries to steal something now, he's learning. Look, here's your blanket. Oh, it's so nice. He'll go and get his blanket because he knows it belongs to him, right? Hey, put your head up, Mr. Miles. Mr. Miles. Say hello. Say hello. Oh, Yeah, he's a good boy. But the minute he sees his dad, here's his dad move in the other room. Hey, Miles, are you gonna go for walkies? Are you gonna go for walkies this morning? Really? Uh-oh, that was it. Oh no, I said it. Okay. Do you want to go? No, you don't touch that stuff. He's checking out the DVDs, the Christmas DVDs. If there's something new in this room, oh, headphones. If there's something new in this room, he wants headphones now. He's got to investigate. He might, no, not the laundry, mister. No, those are Daddy's pants. Here, look what I have. I've got this beautiful blanket. Would you like it? Oh, it's so beautiful. What a nice present you got. Maybe you'll get another blanket for Christmas. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Come on. Good morning. How are you doing? Okay. He says, I'm nice and frisky because I'm just a puppy. Are you just a puppy? Oh. This tail, we're going to cut it off. No, we're not. We would never cut off a dog's tail. That'd be cruel. Cruel and unusual. Yes. Dogs are born with tails for reasons. Those other things there, I don't know. Those voice things, we're on the fence about that. We've heard the male dogs that get neutered are more apt to get cancer. So far, he's a lucky boy. And he's not out of control. Except for when he does the spinneroo and decides to drive me into the ground. Oh, he's checking out the Harry Potter box over there. Hey, look out the window and see what's going on. Miles, take a look out the window. What's going on at the window? Oh, this is where I'm not going to be as smart as I usually am. No, that's the door. What's the matter? Is the door closed between you and Daddy? Oh, no. Well, I think it's probably breakfast time. Is that what it is? We create his own food. Make it up a few times a month and freeze it. He consists of beets, carrots, apples, finely cut little bite-sized heart, lean ground beef, 7 grains, like oatmeal with 7 grains, and rice. So he's probably the healthiest eater. Yeah, look out the window. There he goes. What's out there? Any cougars or anything? Another dog? A bad person? A good person? A car? A taxi? He watches. He's a darn good watchdog. Well, Miles, are you hungry? Come here. Come here. Come here. We need to discuss something. Miles, hey, listen to me. Are you hungry? Is it time to eat? Hey, is it time to eat? Is it breakfast time? Is it? Or is it? Come here. No, we're not stealing the pillow. What are you doing? Hey, I know you got my pillow. You got my pillow. Mr. Miles. Oh, that's my pillow. No. Oh, I've got this beautiful blanket now. It's all mine. I gotta work this time. Well, I think it's probably the one way we're gonna get you away from that pillow is 2 things. Breakfast and morning walkies. Miles, where's the leash? Where is it? Are you gonna spin around? No, because you're not my computer, really. That's the other thing. When he steals something, he'll do the spin around as well. He's pretty fast. Come on. Oh, he's a little boy. Oh, he's just a little boy. Let go of my pillow, please. Oh, he loves me so much. Look how much he hugged me. Oh, what a good boy. No. Let's go. Thank you. And I got the pillow too. No, you don't. Okay, well, on that tune, I think it's time for us to start the day. Oh, I don't know if we'll be back later. It's a day of bed rest and finding some more vintage television. So yeah, I got a playlist there. My playlist's 20th Century Christmas, where I'm adding to it. If you want to check it out and get really started, but you stop it. And I'll also put a link to the binaural beat that gave me so much. Oh no, gave me so much relief this morning. So much relief that I wouldn't be sitting here with my messy Einstein hair and my crazy spinning dog. So you have a good morning, super Dave, and we'll catch your coffee either tomorrow morning or who knows. Maybe I'll actually be brave and pop on in the daytime. So have a super day. Thanks again for coming. Appreciate it so much. Now let's end that stream. Get this dog on the go. Hey, dog. Oh, Miles. Really?